fire.
What? All right, hold on, folks, 1 second. We lost our picture. We lost our Skype. Our video went down. I restarted it and it failed.
The audio is there, but video is not there.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm talking to people. I'm trying to Skype 10. There we go. Okay. Well, let me tell you, folks. Okay, first of all, before we start the show, we have had one hell of a day. Okay, audio problems. We've had streaming problems. We've had when I checked the volumes on the playbacks in YouTube, you were having to crank your volume all the way up to hear us. We apologize for all the technical issues we've had. I promise you we are sorting them out. We will do our best, and we promise to bring you a good show in the near future as we sort out the problems we're having. In beginning this, remember, we are a worldwide organization. Me and my buddy are 9,000 miles apart. So we have to bring the audios from 2 different countries, videos from 2 different countries. We have to bring up everything else on it. And, man, let me tell you, it kicks my ass every once in a while. So let's do the important things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because we will get this figured out at some point, and you'll actually enjoy watching us then. All right, we also, special note, on October 18th, we are redoing the App Talk show because we talked about Crunchyroll, High Dive, all manga, and we didn't talk about my anime list. So once again, our technical issues are in our own heads, and we'll get them sorted out, and we promise to bring you something really good. So in the meantime, let's talk about an archdemon's dilemma of how to love your elf bride. That's the anime we're talking about today, so let's get started. I'm your host. Oh, sorry. Technical difficulty once again. This is Anime Analyst -US, and I am your host, Thomas Fry.
And I am your co-host, Asnan Zadi.
And welcome to the show tonight. We're talking about a 12-episode series that finished airing in June of 2024. So it was a spring 2024 collection. And this was produced by TMS. And it's based on a light novel. And I love when they do animes off light novels, because light novels have good stories. Mostly they're going to be, basically a highly trained author that understands the language that they're in. So they're thorough. They're, a publisher is not going to publish a modern story. They're not going to put out a book. A professional publishing company will not put out a book that they haven't pre-read, proofread, all that stuff. So you're getting a pretty good story. You're getting a properly printed and everything else. It doesn't make the story always good, but you at least know there's some basis to it. This is an action fantasy romance, and the studios is Brian's Base. And it is PG-13. It scores on Mal a 7.29, which is a really good score for something being this new. It's ranked 2821, and its popularity is 1558. And it did all that with only 71,000 people in the fan club. So this has a relatively small fan club, and it's got a really high score, which tells us that the people that did watch it got it. because they rated it high. And that's how these scores work. So that's why that's what we do is we sort out when the scores are wrong or they're not appropriate for the anime, then we bring that to you. So this basically is a story. The title does it justice. It's a I know he's in Archdemon, but what's the word for? Man, I had it
The
right up.
sorcerer?
Huh?
Are you looking for the word the sorcerer?
Yes, sorcerer. Sorry, that one just flew right out the head while I was talking. He's a sorcerer that becomes an archdemon, and he's never been in love before, and he's never, he's always been by himself. So when his buddy comes by and drags him to this auction, and he looks down in that arena and he sees this beautiful woman standing, a beautiful elf standing there with this long flowing silver hair, and they're talking like she's an item, a tool, whatever you want to say, and he instantly falls in love. Now he has no clue whatsoever of how to talk to a woman. So we got a nice comedy routine right from the beginning on this. And he doesn't know how auctions work either. So he yells out a bid that bankrupts him. He fell that far. And believe me, I've been married, so I know the trap. You will give anything to be with her, and then when the divorce comes, you'll give twice what you have to get away from her. But he's still at the first part, so he gives everything he had to be with her and takes her. And everyone's thinking, oh my gosh, what do you know, you're going to kill her, you're going to scrape out her bones, whatever you're going to these sorcerers do. And in this anime there's some pretty nasty ones out there. One of them was Face Stealer, and that one, that's disgusting to me. I mean, I don't know, I'd kill myself. I don't think I could run around with no skin on my head. That'd be sticky. I mean, trying to put a hat on would be impossible. I would not like that, but I like Zagon's. I like how he is. He's in his castle. He's by himself. He's doing what he wants to do. I can relate to that because I watch anime all day. We got our Twitter account up and working, so all the new anime I put on, I'm going to start doing a lot of reviews on individual episodes because on the show we hit the season only. We want to talk the whole season, and on Twitter and on Instagram, we'll be doing, we're not doing it on Instagram yet, but we'll be reviewing the individual shows because I can review a show in a minute, so it just doesn't make any sense to review a single show because all you could do is basically walk someone through the 20-minute show. And then I've heard some of these reviews. When I was done hearing it, I skipped to the next episode because you already know everything that happens other than seeing the illustrations that come along with the anime. So I really like this one. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, I also like the anime and the story and how they start, like how their relationship started, like when she cooks him a breakfast and she don't have the second chair, and he suggested to sit on the lap. Like they have these things in the anime, and also there is the one thing like in the start when she saves this other girl, Lilquist Chastity by the face stealer, and then he
Oh,
like
Chastille. Yeah, sorry.
yes,
Chastille.
yes, and then he tried to like remember the memory, so because he knew that she have seen something, try to make it a dream. So like this also shows the Zagan soft side, like he
Mm-hmm.
want to be a strong character, because and he find, I think in Nephilia he looks and find himself, because he tell her that I was like that, I had nobody, I had to be strong too. So I think, and I don't think like I don't want to give any spoilers related to this, because I think it's a good
let me
anime
let
to.
me ask you something about that. Did you not like the part when when he takes her to her room and it's a guillotine in the room, so he blows it up and that
Yes.
scares the hell out of her? But at the end of that scene, it's one of the softest scenes in the entire anime where she's reaching for the moon and he comes up not knowing, you can hear his thoughts because it's a thought anime, and he reaches for the same moon and goes, well, I can't reach it. And I think he was just looking for something to say that, like you were talking about. Now go ahead and finish. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to throw that in.
Yeah, I was just saying like I don't want to, like, this is the anime, like I don't want to discuss any spoilers or anything more, because I think it's good like if you go and watch it, and the storyline, the plot is good. I like this anime.
This is of the 5 questions that I always ask when I'm, whether or not I decide I like something personally. The story is there. The illustrations are there. It's very good illustrations throughout this anime. The story, the plot is there. There is a plot, first of all, and they follow the plot line. They give you some backstory, mainly his. I would have liked to have seen some of Neffy's backstory. It doesn't really, the village thing that happens where she condemns herself because of her actions by being watching that going on. And I don't know, if I was abused by that many people for that long, I might have the same reaction she does when that comes to it. But I'm with you. I don't want to give away spoilers. We mainly just want to tell you, is it worth watching or not? And in our opinion, yes, the rating did not miss anything on this one. Anything in the 7s is it means it's a good anime. If it's in the 8s or 9s, well, first of all, if it's in the 9, it's in the top 3 anime. It's really hard to get up above 9. I think the highest I've seen is 9.34, and that was free run. But, this is still over 25% up over 7. So even in the 7s, it's in a higher rating. And I was surprised that I think that's an appropriate rating for this one. It's a really good anime, and both of us liked it. And, we here at Anime Analyst, we highly recommend to check out this anime. You'll get some comedy out of it. You'll get some laughs out of it. It is kind of a dark comedy. If I had to pinpoint it, it's a clean romance, but it's a dark comedy in that romance. And I really like how the author did this, and I like how the director, created this anime. I think they did an awesome job. So we want to apologize for the issue we had at the beginning. We try not to have those, and as time goes on, last time when we did free run, we really screwed up and had to shoot it the next morning. This one I was able to figure out, so I think you can't always leave your settings on auto, and I kind of left the setting on auto. I went back and actually made a choice, and it worked perfect. So we apologize, but just stick with us. Give us some time to get everything, get all our irons worked out. Let's get our curtains all cleaned up. I mean, we got one of us with the green screen. As soon as we get the green screen on the second one behind Hussein, we'll have some fun with the video too, and it won't look like we're in 2 different places. We're gonna see about making it look like we're in one spot, even though we're 9,000 miles apart. we're gonna have some fun with it, and that's where we're at right now. So we appreciate you checking it out. We hope you enjoy the anime, and we will. Today's Friday, right?
Yes, today's
Okay,
Friday.
so we'll see you on Monday. We got some cool stuff coming up, so keep it checked out in the future, and we'll see you at 7 p.m.